Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Happy Wednesday. Oops, I just pushed my camera. I don't normally do whip and chats on Wednesdays, but we were away for the Memorial Day weekend. My chair is uncomfortable. Okay, that's better. And yeah, I just wasn't home for the weekend, so I was not able to film this because we were out of town on Monday. How many different ways can I say it? Anyway, so this is probably going to be a shorter video just because I don't really have much to catch you guys up on. But I did want to make sure that I put something up today. So I am working on my current whip, which is Simple Country from Chuck Pinson. It is this image here. We actually kitted this one up together last Monday. If you have not seen that video yet, I've made very good progress. I am probably a little bit behind schedule. There were a couple of days that I didn't diamond paint. My plan is to have this one completed for a post review on Friday. At least that's what my schedule says. I am on my last column, and I have this section to the left here that is completely undone, and then I have this one which is about half finished. So I'm hoping tonight I can get this section done and then maybe a little bit of the final section. I know I won't finish both, but my plan is to finish this for not Friday, Thursday afternoon, so I can film the post review right after, so it will be up for you guys on Friday. We'll see if I can make that happen. Tomorrow, which the day you guys are seeing this, is Steven's dad's birthday, so we are going to have dinner with them, which is why I'm hoping I can get a little bit of this last section done tonight. We'll see what happens. I always feel a little bit better. Oh my god, it just started downpouring. That just took me by surprise. Anyway, it doesn't stress me out as much having to film during the week in the summer because it's lighter out later, obviously. Well, I shouldn't say obviously, not everybody does daylight savings and all that fun stuff. So since it stays lighter later into the evening, I don't mind so much filming during the week. So I think if I'm able to finish this like an hour or so after I get home from work on Thursday, then I can film and have the video up for you guys on Friday. That was way more information than you guys needed, but that's where my brain is right now. Obviously, the 31st, is the 31st Friday or Saturday? Tomorrow, you guys are seeing this on the 29th, so I guess it's Friday. So I do need to have it done by Friday. But I have been enjoying it. I will say I just ran out of this color. I ran out of 937, as not in frame. I ran out of 937. I did have a bag in my spare drill storage. However, I don't know if it's going to pick up on camera, but they are two different colors. So this little section may look a little funny, but it'll just give extra shading to the tree. So yeah, that's where I'm at diamond painting wise. I am so excited to start my June kits. I will be participating in DP for Pets, which is being hosted by Daphne from Diamond Painting Anonymous. This will be my second year participating. I can't remember if she did this, if this is her second year or her third year, but I did participate last year, and I will be working on my first custom diamond painting. So a few months back, I posted an unboxing of a custom of my cat Luna, and the time has finally come to work on it, and I am very, very excited. Now, my plan was to kit that up with you guys, but because of the way the dates fall, I will be posting my May month in review next Monday, which is normally obviously when I do kitten chats or whip and chats. So I already have a video planned for Wednesday of next week. So I'm thinking that I might do not necessarily a kitten chat. So I have a chatty video that I want to do with you guys. It's like a check-in video since we're going to be about halfway through the year. So it won't necessarily be a kitten chat, but it'll give me something to do in the background while I'm talking about it. So that might be how I get around that, because I kind of want to take you guys along the whole process since it is my first custom diamond painting. So we'll see how that works out. I am hopeful that I can make that happen. Because like I said, I do want to take you guys along the whole process with me. I'm so excited. The one thing I do regret is that I did not order any like special accessories. So originally I had wanted to order like a special pen or a special cover minder, but I didn't. I think I can still make it work. I mean, like I have a ton of cat cover minders, so I'm sure I can find something that that will suit it. So we'll see, but that's a next week problem. Current Laura needs to deal with finishing this kit on time. So let's go ahead and catch up on last week and then the weekend. So last week was a short week at work. We only worked Monday through Thursday. It was pretty standard, really nothing crazy. The end of the year is just busy for us in general, but it wasn't anything too bad. Like we have some things going on behind the scenes, which I just don't really talk about because I work for a school district and nobody that I know of knows that I have a channel, but it's just really not something that's appropriate to talk about online, in my opinion. So work was just kind of work. I was over it. I desperately needed some time off. So since we didn't use any of our snow days this year, the superintendent closed the school on the Friday before Memorial Day. So we had a 4-day weekend, which was wonderful. We left for camp on Thursday evening. Steven's parents, if you're new here, my boyfriend, his name is Steven. His parents have a camp up in the Adirondacks, so we went up there for the 4 days. When we're gone for more than a normal weekend, so generally during the summer, spring, summer, we leave Friday evening, we're there all day Saturday, most of the day Sunday, and then we come home. So when it's just like a standard weekend, we do and we can leave Luna by herself. We have really nice neighbors that would check in on her if we need them to. My dad has checked in on her before, but when we go for an extended period of time, we do like to bring her with us just because she's an only cat. However, last year she struggled with the car rides a little bit. She just meows a lot in the carrier. She doesn't like it. She loves going to camp. She loves being there. But I don't know, a part of me thinks that she just doesn't understand that like we're just going away for a little bit. I think sometimes in her brain, and like in a lot of pets' brains, it's like you're abandoning them. When we're not. We're taking her with us and then we're bringing her home. So at her last checkup, we had mentioned that to our vet, and she offered to prescribe us gabapentin, I think is how you say it. Which we were like, okay, sure. I mean, we can give it a shot. Luna's okay with the vet, but her last visit, she was just a little hyper, and the vet was like, you know, maybe we can try that, you giving her that as well before her next vet visit. So we were like, okay, sure. Well, my wonderful, lovely boyfriend is a huge procrastinator, and I kept saying, can you text the vet? The vet is a family friend of Steven's family from like way back in the day. She's cared for all of their pets and all that stuff. So he knows her. So I was like, can you text her, get the prescription? We can, you know, maybe she can drop it off on her way home, or we can go up and get it from her, or whatever. So my wonderful boyfriend, I hope he's not listening. He's just a bit of a procrastinator, and he never did that. So it just got to be really close, and she was like, well, you know, you guys can either come up here, because they used to be neighbors, so Steven knows where she lives. You can come up here and grab some, or I can send a prescription in to your local pharmacy. So with the short notice, we just weren't going to have time to get up to her, because she does live pretty far out in like the boonies. So we took her up on calling it into the pharmacy. We live pretty much right across the street from a grocery store, which has a pharmacy in it. So we did that, and I was like, all right, I will stop and I will grab it. This is probably partially my fault, but I wasn't able to stop until Friday, which was the day that we were leaving. So I go in, and the pharmacy is closed, which was fine because I needed to grab a couple of other things to take up north of us. So I was like, okay, let me walk around, get the things I need, and maybe they'll be back open. First of all, who goes to lunch from 2 to 2:30? Why would you close a pharmacy from 2 to 2:30? I don't know. It just seems so strange to me. So I had to wait a few minutes, but it was fine. So I get up there and I say to them, my vet called in a prescription for my cat. I'm not really sure how this works. Like, is it under her name? Would it be under like my boyfriend's name? So she checked under both names, and she was like, I don't see anything, but let me go check the back. So she comes back out with like a script, which has Luna's information. And she was like, I'm assuming this is it. And I was like, well, is it for gabapentin and whatever? So she was like, we didn't have any other information, so we couldn't fill it. And I was like, okay, that's not a problem. Like, what do you need? So it was so funny because she goes, what do you want the date of birth to be? And I was like, well, her birthday. And I gave it to her, and she was like, you actually know her birthday? And I was like, yeah. Oops, I missed some. So she was like, okay, I'll fill this for you. It'll just take a few minutes. And I was like, okay, cool. I was there for like probably close to 45 minutes, and I was committed at this point. Like, I was already there. It was fine. I understand people's jobs, things happen. Obviously, my cat is a lower priority than human beings that need actual medications to survive. But I was just so annoyed by that point, mostly at myself, because like I should have done it on Thursday. I was the one that waited until Friday. I believe the vet called it in Wednesday night. So I should have gone there Thursday to make sure that everything was fine, or I should have called, or I should have done whatever. So it finally gets taken care of. They were very nice. And everything went fine. We gave it to Luna. She was fine. Like, she took it. I put it into like a wet food treat, and she took it. She was pretty mellow. She did cry, like whine or meow a couple of times on the ride up, but it wasn't bad. And she's not bad in the car. It's more of like, we feel bad that she thinks something is wrong. So we gave it to her. She was still pretty like peppy. Once we got up north, it's about an hour and a half ride from where we live. Once we got her up there, I was like, okay, the vet said that we need to watch her when she's walking around, when she's jumping. She was fine. And she was just kind of like hyped up, which I feel like was the opposite of what the medication is for. But she would not settle. And I don't know if that's like a typical thing with that medication, or if she was just amped up because it had been maybe like 10 months-ish since she's been there. And Steven's parents have made a few changes to the house. I don't know if she was just like uncomfortable and interested in her surroundings or what, but she had me up until 4 a.m. on Friday morning. She just would not stop meowing. And, you know, when you're in somebody else's house, I feel like you're more conscious of it. Like if she was home, I probably wouldn't have worried about it so much, but I didn't want her to keep Steven's parents up. Steven wasn't a problem. He was snoozing without a problem. But she just would not settle. And finally at 4 a.m., I was like, okay, you're on your own. Hopefully you've worn yourself out enough that you'll go to sleep. And I went into the bedroom and Steven was like, what are you doing? Why are you awake? And I was like, I've been up with Luna all night. He's like, I didn't hear a thing. So I heard her again at like maybe 4:15, 4:20. And I was like, Steven, you're up. Like, it's your turn. I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. And then the next morning, his parents were like, we didn't hear anything. And I was like, great. So, but she was fine after that. Like, she was fine Friday night. So I'm leaning more towards it was like she was just kind of uncomfortable in her surroundings because it had been a while since she had been there. But I guess maybe it could have been her coming down from the medication. I'm really not sure. But the rest of the week, the rest of the weekend went pretty smoothly. I have a hilarious video of her on Sunday. Must have been Sunday. I have a really cute picture and a really funny video, which I'm going to pop in right here for you guys. Because I was cracking up. What are you doing? Sunbathing? Yeah? Hi. Oh, you're so pretty. I cannot with that video. It was, I saw her and I was like, Luna? She's never done that before that I have seen, but she was loving life. She was sunbathing. It was so funny. Everybody got a kick out of it. So that was kind of the weekend. We came home a little bit early on Monday because it was kind of rainy and crappy. Friday, Saturday, Sunday were beautiful. Monday ended up being kind of crappy. So we came home a bit early, which isn't the worst thing to do when you have to go back to work the next day. It gave me a little bit of time to pick things up that I kind of left. I try to have the house picked up and like neat before I leave, so I don't have to worry about it as soon as I get home. But because I was stuck at the pharmacy for longer than intended, I did kind of run out of time to pick everything up like I wanted to. So it was nice to come home a bit early so that I could do all of that before going back to work on Tuesday. So that was our weekend. It was nice to get away. It's been a long stretch, so it did feel good to be away from home. I will not be going back up to camp for quite a while because Steven has a bunch of days that he needs to use before July 1. So because we work for a school district, all of our time and everything resets when the new school year starts, which is July 1. So we're on an academic calendar. So he has a bunch of days that he needs to use, which he generally saves for like snowmobiling. But we did not have a very snowy winter this year. So he has days that he saved for that, wasn't able to use, and now he needs to use them before he loses them July 1. So he has every Thursday, Friday off in June. The little punk. I'm so jealous. My time doesn't expire, like my time rolls over, so I don't have to use any of my time. Any of my time that has a date on it, which would be like my family days, I've already used those this year. So he will be going to camp and I will not be joining him until the Juneteenth holiday, which will be a while. And then that week he's off for like the entire week. So it was either I drive myself up to camp or I don't see him for 11 days. So like, we're good at being separate. We're good at having like personal time away from each other. Like, I think that's very healthy in a relationship, but 11 days without seeing him, there's absolutely no way I could have done that. So yeah, it'll be a bit before I'm up there again, but I was glad to be able to get up there this past weekend. I think that that's probably where I'm going to end it for that, because that was pretty much all the catching up that I needed to do. As far as scheduling this week, like I mentioned, I hope to have a post review up for you guys on Friday for this particular diamond painting. I think I can do it. And then we will have my May month in review on Monday. I don't recall what video I have planned for you guys on Wednesday. I do have the entirety of June planned out just because there are some times where I won't be home. So I'm trying to make sure I can get things pre-filmed. So that's kind of what I've got going on. Oh, you know what? I think I have an Oraloa unboxing for you guys next Wednesday. I'm pretty sure that is the video that is planned. So thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I'm sorry it's a little bit on the shorter side. It's just kind of the way the cookie crumbled today. I am, again, hoping to be with you guys on Friday. If you do not see a post review for this kit on Friday, I will just push it to Saturday. I don't want to have to shuffle videos too much in the month of June. But I think that's everything. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. I am behind on comments. I have not even looked at the comments. So if you commented on any of last week's videos, I will be going through those shortly to get caught up on that. I did make an Amazon affiliate storefront. So I have a diamond painting tools section, and then I have all the goodies from the clay bead bracelet video that I made. I made a clay bead section of my Amazon storefront. So that link will always be in the description going forward. Anytime we do like a Cozy Crafty Sunday, I will be sure to add in those items. I will probably be refreshing and updating the diamond painting storefront quite often. But if you are looking for anything that I use in my videos that you can get off of Amazon, so for example, my pen cases or a lot of my diamond painting storage, anything like that will always be in that Amazon storefront. So if you're interested, please check that out. Just as a reminder, it is an affiliate, so I will make a percentage, a commission, I guess, if you were to purchase anything through that link. With that, I will let you guys go. Hopefully I will see you all on Friday. I hope everybody is having a great week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.